To answer these questions plus many more, John K. O'Kay and Princess Elisa Vante Colley from Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the program Freedom Hub for the most informative talk show that brings the real issue without fear. Freedom FM 87.9.
Guess what? People come and play. Oh, we didn't eat here with me. Just sat out there. They get a room. Husband and just people. I thought that boy. We don't like it. Yes, we're more than we're going out there. It's a rescue. I just want to ask you one question. Now, you give the rescue. You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you. It's a rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. No. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you to us? So while your respect not stable, no job, no food, no food on the table. Not just a for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. You say to help people, they bring you for what they want to. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I have to say you not alone. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question that you give the rescue. You're not giving the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's a rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things. But we not seeing changes. Ever since you made your rescue team, we not seeing changes. You made your opportunity to do. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I said, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question now. You give the rescue. You not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's a rescue. The people say not like you. That's what tell me who. I just wanna ask you one question now. You give the rescue. You're not giving the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, it's a rescue. The people say not like you.
Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Wherever you are, however you are joining the conversation on 87.9, this is Freedom Hub, your people's radio station, and your program. There are too many things happening in the country we want to talk about on today's edition. And as a matter of fact, your president, His Excellency Joseph Yoma Boakai, is the newest landlord in town.
Rescue your people.
President Boakai just building houses like birds. When the birds sit down where the coconut tree, a big house there. When you go over the palm tree, you build another nest. That's what President Boakai is doing. We are told the president is purchasing all of the properties right closer to a house around the Riyadh alleyway. In the roundabout, the Riyadh alleyway, we're told President Boakai is building additional mansions in the particular facility. The latest pictures and videos coming up will show a very gigantic structure going up. We're going to play you the video of a Liberian citizen who was disappointed in President Boakai. He did a video of that particular project, expressing his dissatisfaction as a unity partisan. Oh yes, the Liberian president is building another house in his compound. This one is bigger, and I mean, this house is bigger than the Ministry of Internal Affairs. It should tell you how big the house is. The house is bigger than the Ministry of Internal Affairs. That's what the president is building. One of the president's supporters, George Lobo. George Lobo said it is the president warehouse. So we asking him, President Baga buying rubber now? He buying cocoa now to get warehouse like that? But that is the situation. That is the issue happening in the country. Why your homes are being demolished? Why the poor people properties are being demolished and broken down? Why people have been made homeless in the country? The poor people have been made homeless by this government. President Bwaka is busy building for himself condominiums across the country. The $10 million project in Lofa County is not enough for the president. And so we are told he is in the business of constructing additional facilities in his rehab home, with the latest one being estimated around $3 million when it is at full completion. What kind of president who promised that he will be the change? But the order of the day on today is the fact that he's acquiring properties all across the country. There is another intel that we got. We have another information that the president also having some property construction going on in the Oro area. We're hoping to provide evidence to that particular issue. Why is this president? Why is our president, with the age he has, why is he focused on building properties across the country? What is this president seeing that we are not seeing? I thought this was the president who said he was not coming to power for luxury. The Unity Partisans themselves are shocked. A good portion of them who can reason are confused and totally disappointed in the president. A few of them who do not have senses, a few of them who will keep acting like their brains were replaced with mud, we continue to justify and defend the indefensible. But again, as the voices of the voiceless, our job is to provide the information the way it is, to provide the alternative solutions to the problem confronting our country. And this time around, the president will have to lead the charge. You can't keep complaining that the country is broke, and you are there building properties all across the country like yellow jacket bird. From the palm tree to the coconut tree, he's building big properties across the country. Too many things happening in the country. And so we're going to be looking at this topic. Nexa and I will be jumping into this topic. Hopefully Jerome will join us, but we do not see any sign. But again, in between time, we're going to be looking at this particular topic of President Bwaka building big properties in the country. Away from the big properties, Josiah Joko. He is called Josiah Jokai, but the civil servants have decided to call him Josiah Joko. Joko has issued a memo indicating that civil servants will begin to sign the non-disclosure agreement. The non-disclosure agreement will be that particular paper that will keep civil servants from revealing certain information. We are told that Josiah Joker didn't want to tell the civil servant, say, it did not pay you, don't tell the person it did not pay you. So even when the civil servant hungry, he ain't taking pay, he got money. When a woman asks him to pay him, but last the pay off. Oh yeah. Why is the government afraid for citizens to talk? If you're doing the right thing, why will you be afraid for people to talk? And so we're going to be looking at it. We are told that the Independent Commission on Information, oh yes, the Commission on Information also issued a counter-release, signaling that they are not in support of what Josiah Joko is into. And as a matter of fact, for citizens, the civil servants have their right to certain information. They have the right to provide certain information, because if they intend to enforce this non-disclosure agreement, It could undermine the Freedom of Information Act. It could also undermine the LACC whistleblowing act, which requires civil servants to report matters of corruption and other governmental malpractices. All of these topics, plus different other issues of national concern, will form the basis of today's presentation, when Alexa and I will grace your platform right here on 87.9. We will take two bars of our theme song. We come back, we bring you the rest of the conversation. But while in the process of doing so, remember today is Monday, and today happens to be Cash Giveaway Monday. The more you play, the better your chances are on 87.9. Like we told you on several occasions, whenever you receive money on your phone, whenever you receive money from the Freedom FM Cash Giveaway, call us in studio and let us know. There are too many of you who are winning, and we do not have the chance to keep calling you back and forth. So when you win, call the very number. When you win, call the number and indicate that you have won. There are too many of you who are winning and you are not disclosing. But for those of you who are interested in being part of those who have been winning, the choice is yours to continue to play by dialing *255 *1#. I repeat, by dialing *255 *1#. The more you play, the better your chances are. And that particular code is for Lusaso MTN subscribers. For those of you who are playing through Orange Money Liberia, you can play by dialing *255 *7#. We take a break. When we come back, we bring you our sponsors. And later on, Alexa and I will jump into the topics.
I guess what? Stop all Liberia, on the center to interior. Keep me outside, let's stop it, come for all our own. Stop, baby. Have that to go. Stop, and make it easier than before. Stop all Liberia, on the center interior. Stop, keep me outside, let's stop it, come for all our own.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is your message from your own self, Old Man Sense Man.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peaceful than before. Crime Stopper Liberia, on the center to interior. Keep ourselves, let's stop it crime for all our own. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peaceful than before. Crime Stopper Liberia, on the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keep ourselves, let's stop it crime for all our own.
Okay. Welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Kai. Alexa is here. Alexa, good afternoon and welcome.
Hello.
Go ahead. What kind of calendar you're looking for? May 16?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. And however way you're joining us, I'd like to say welcome to Freedom Hub. It is a brand new week, and today's Monday. I guess we have a lot to talk about because we will know Liberia now. We don't we don't run out of we don't we don't run out of topics, right? And it is really, really hot. I'm not lying. Really, really hot. I don't know where the sun is coming from, but it is hot unimaginably, and it is not easy. So, we would like to welcome. We have a lot to talk about, and Jerome is not here. I expected that he was going to be here, but unfortunately, he is not. So, wherever you are, I hope you're doing okay, Jerome. And yeah, so far so good. Welcome.
Okay, so there are too many things happening in the country. A lot of issues going on in the Republic of Liberia. This country is bleeding. So yeah, and I know you're coming to arguing in the car now. All of y'all, the CDC men and
It was so hot.
the UP men and in the Kilobin buses. I know you're coming to arguing. You in the taxi, in the care. You're coming argue, but we'll tell you anything we say on the radio, we can tell you what we say. So those of you who are the truth talkers, I argue with you and say I'm a truth talker. Now, you know the parliament who argue with you in the test and say, my man, I'm a truth talker. Dang it. You know what you say. What are you going to do? You sit under your hole. You're not the truth. You tell him, say you are a truth talker. And the reason why you are a truth talker, we'll talk more about it. Interestingly, Alexa, have you been able to? Have you followed the conversation around President Bouaka building his new house in the rehab community? Were you able to follow it?
I haven't been as active as I usually am on the social media. I may have seen it or seen some one or two posts about it, but I didn't go really in deep because I haven't been so active in social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, the country, this country, I'm very sorry to say, but the country is fake. You know why I say so? Because majority of those who we refer to as the educated people, those who we think fall in the elite class of our society, are very hypocritical. They are fake, and their attitude is terrible. In real sense, their attitude is counterproductive to the peace, security, and prosperity of this country. Alexa, it will shock most of the people in this country to know that President Bouaka is living outside of what he promised the people of our country. Especially when his campaign was on the basis of living a modest life. Not wanting to live in luxury. The criticize former president, we are all the man boss put car, he paid horses in ABC, he paid his 9th Street residence. All of these things were used against former president we are during the campaign. In the end, President Bouaka came to power. What did we expect? All of us expected. All of us in this country, all of us expected that President Bouaka would have lived in line with what he promised the people of our country. All of us expected that he would have lived in accordance with what he promised our people. Interestingly, my people, see what is going on in the country. I want to find the video. I'm trying to find the video of the kid. The kid who voted for President Bouaka and was disappointed. He voted and was disappointed. Driving around President Bouaka place in the rehab community, this boy saw the video and he saw the building, Alexa and fellow Liberians, and decided to do a short video to play a voice. We play his voice. And all of these things you see happening are things that we least expected from the president. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody ever expected that President Bouaka would do this. hold on. I sure have this particular video. I don't know where we place it. Where we place it. I know whether somebody got disappearing message in one of our stuff. I don't know if somebody, but just hold on, fellow Liberians. Let me try to find it. The video that is making the news all across the country. That's what I'm talking about. Alexa, I think Alexa will find it. Yes. Just hold on. I had this thing. I don't know where is it. I don't even know where is it right now. But let me try to find it. Let me try to find it. Oh God. Let me try to find it. This kid was very disappointed. Driving his car and seeing the new building going up, he was disappointed. Disappointed in the president that he would choose to build another gigantic structure, big hell of a building. People say close to $2-3 million US. That he would choose to build such a gigantic structure when the poor people homes are being demolished in the country. So the president building big houses for himself. But his police director can jump behind criminal land and making people homes in the country, making them homeless. Why the president does it? Tell it to me. Why the president is building big houses for himself in the country? This is the news. If you don't have anything to listen to today, this is the main reason we came to job today. To remind you that while citizens are victims of clandestine and sinister demolition in the country, while your homes are being broken down, and the president telling people that going making new land, but he is busy building big structures, big properties. One of his own supporters, somebody who voted for him. Oh yeah, thank you, J. Randy Dapo. One of his own supporters, somebody who voted for him. The person got disappointed, extremely disappointed, and decided to record a video. We're about to go play the video for you. This is sad. No, it is sad. At first, the president paid for the horse opposite a horse. At first, though, he paid for the horse or opposite a horse. He bought it. They finished transforming it. He is now building another big structure right behind the other horse in the middle of the road. The liar can see my witness across the water. That's what the liar can see.
See the mansion Georgia Burger building in Black Hall Road. The mayor bought all the around here for the people that see the whole place plan. Outside the place, you see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the mansion Georgia Burger building see in Black Hall. The mayor bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. Outside the place, you see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it. For Joey, our president, they said Joey, our baby man, was still the country money. You see it. A bugger on it. When I post the picture, I posted a lie. See it. I ate it. If you are causing Joey, I said Joey are corrupt. See the mansion Joseph Burger building here. See me Black Hall Road. The mayor bought all the property around people that see the whole place. Looking outside the place. You see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it. When Joey, our president, Joey, our baby man, you see it. When I posted a lie. I ate it.
we will post the video on our page. For those of you who have not seen it, we'll post the video on our page. But the building is bigger than the Ministry of Internet Affairs.
The boy causing Joey and say Joey are corrupt. The major Joseph Boga building, see black and all. The man bought all the property around here for people that see the whole place plan. Okay, after the place, I see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it. When Joey our president, they say Joey a big man, you see the country money. You see it. I bought that only. When I posted the page, I posted a lie. See it. I eat it. The boy causing Joey and say Joey are corrupt. See the major Joseph Boga building here. See black and all room. The man bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. Okay, after the place, I see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it. When Joey our president, they say Joey a big man, you see the country money. You see it. I bought that only. When I posted the page, I posted a lie. See it. I eat it. The boy causing Joey and say Joey are corrupt. See the major Joseph Boga building here. See black and all room. The man bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. Okay, after the place, I see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it. When Joey our president, they say Joey a big man, you see the country money. You see it. I bought that only. The boy causing Joey and say Joey are corrupt. See the major Joseph Boga building here. See black and all room. The man bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. Look after the place. I see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it. When Joey our president, they say Joey a big man, you see the country money. You see it. I bought that only. When I posted the page, I posted a lie. See it. I eat it. The boy causing Joey and say Joey are corrupt. See the major Joseph Boga building here. See black and all room. The man bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. Okay, after the place, I see the building. The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up.
Oh yeah? Yeah. In a country where the poor people properties are being demolished on a daily basis. The president who is old. I think when a young president was okay in building houses and because he won't enjoy. But the president who is old, very busy, doing nothing else but to build big properties. It is being estimated that the property that he is currently building in the rehab area, in his fence, right on the alley, it is being estimated that the property is around $3 million when it is fully
The
completed.
boy causing Joey and say Joey are corrupt. See the major Joseph Boga building
Why
here.
would this
See
happen?
black and all room.
Understand? Why would this
The
happen?
man bought all the property around here for the people
Especially
that see
to
the
a
whole
president
place
who is
plan.
taking the rest of
Okay,
the
after the
country.
place, I see the building.
See
The
what was
building
going
cost
on
more than
in the
$3 million. They still adding the story up. You see
The
it.
left wing went to local
When Joey our president, they say Joey a big man,
property.
you see the
That's the
country
bit I'm
money.
about
You
to
see
start
it.
Dickinson.
I bought that
From
only.
Dickinson, they started
When I
digging
posted the
Dama.
page, I
From
posted
Dama, all
a
that
lie.
thing.
See it.
Give me
I eat it.
the whole confusion came up today. Guinness, say info ya. Now that conversation will not even end it yet. Because from Dickinson, the Guineans said they were digging Dama. They had to seize the material. Confusion came at the end of the day today. Guinean soldiers still on our land. The government even stopped that one. The same created for property that make it the greatest thing from the river in Guinea a broad noise. That is still property going up in rehab. Why is the president concerned about building properties? No, but he not president we are now. The same was president we are building property and it was wrong. They use it as a particular campaign tool during the 2023 election. They use it as a justification for replacing President Ware. Oh yeah? They use it as a justification for replacing President Ware.
today, President Bwaka, who is supposed to live and lead by example. Just paying people horse away, bro. I call a few days. I mean, we are a group of journalists investigating. Group of journalists from different over 10 radio stations we are investigating. The Jack called a few days that there is another property going up in the Oro area. And I know those of you who live in Oro, you know that property. We have to the video.
See the mansion, Joseph Boga building here. See Black Road.
That's all we have.
The mayor bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. People can answer the place. You see the building.
When the
building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it?
Yeah.
When John we have a president, they say John we have paying money. You see it? A Boga only. When I post the page, John deposit a lie. See it? That it is.
So you are listening. And those of you who are watching on the screen, you can see the video. The property is there. They're finished with the ground floor. They're on the first floor, and there is this issue of pillar extension going on. They're extending the pillar. They're extending the pillar.
People causing John we are corrupt. See the mansion, Joseph Boga building here. See Black Road.
Lobo.
The mayor bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. People can answer the place. You see the building? The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it?
Thank you, Alex.
When John we have a president, they say John we have paying mansion. You see the money. You see it?
No, I'm not going to thank you. That's for the fun of it. George Lobo. Let me go with John Lobo comment. And let's say you got what John Lobo said. Do you have what John Lobo said?
It was on a comment.
George Lobo.
Let me see.
This is what John Lobo said. I got it. You can read it. This is what John Lobo said. Yeah, let's read it for you. When the boy exposed that video, by the time the boy exposed the video, listen up.
A Boga only. When I post the page, John deposit a lie. See it? The boy causing John we are and say John we are corrupt. See the mansion, Joseph Boga building here. See Black Road. The mayor bought all the property around here. People that see the whole place. The boy causing John we are and say John we are corrupt. See the building? See the mansion, Joseph Boga building here. See Black Road. The mayor bought all the property around here for the people that see the whole place plan. People can answer the place. You see the building? The building cost more than $3 million. They still adding the story up. You see it? When John we have a president, they say John we have paying money. You see the country money.
No, you know that part is there.
A Boga
who the meaning with
job. Post the page, John deposit
so who get rent.
That
so then who the minister they eating all the money. The children not in school. They not get rent. They not get food. They not get scholarship. They not get business money. Then Gary Como, John Bians on fake land dealer. They not break their homes. Some of them were still arguing. Oh, the plan for Joe Parker. George Lobo. A supporter of Unity Party government. The man who can see Joe Parker almost every week. This is what he wrote in the letter. Come and read it.
So he said, this is from George Lobo. He was replying a video, or I don't know. He said, just for the education, big brother. It is a warehouse for that's JMB Foundation.
Okay. So John Lobo went to defend it. John Lobo said just for education purpose. Yeah. He said it is what? Warehouse. JMB Foundation. Warehouse for JMB Foundation where in JMB in his compound. So JMB not get the JMB Foundation can rent somewhere else in Monrovia for their office. What is JMB Foundation keeping in warehouse? Warehouse got Oscar bidding?
What exactly are they keeping?
No, so who's going to be hauling loads to carry Ostep and warehouse that they won't beat wild facility on the ground? Huh? No store bidding, right?
It depends.
Hey, what kind of warehouses in the country?
Yeah, the local ones, okay.
What kind of warehouses in the country that just one ground floor and everything there? We don't have the legislature. What would be putting goods and be putting it in? How to call the thing in elevator to be carrying away Osteps? Warehouse got apartment structures. Apartment, hostel.
It was money trying to live.
No, we watch all over road.
And he went ahead and he said,
Uh-huh.
the man was vice president for 12 years.
The man was vice president for 12 years.
You think he could not build a new house?
You think he
if
could not
was
build?
desperate for property?
Okay.
And he also he mentioned George Weah's name again.
Okay.
You know, like a
So we all agree that President Weah built houses when he was president. And because of those things, you, the United Partisans, came up and you said you needed to remove him because he needed not to have built houses when he was president. So you brought his replacement. You brought somebody who you told the Liberian people that would not build any single house when he's president because he is not a property lover. He not like property. So for those of you who also are thinking whether the video are fake or not fake, Josh Lobo, a senior government official in the country, a supporter of Joe Barker, was able to acknowledge that the property in question is for JMB, and he said they're using it for JMB Western and warehouse, but I lied. The same way these guys came up and they said the property in Foya was being built by Mana River, you know, they turn around again. They say, oh, the government will have a presidential visa for all presidents. They turn around again. Too many issues. At the end of the day, Joe Barker said they built the property without he knowing. He got to know about it when they start discussing it on Facebook. But we have a video where he himself went there. At the time, no black were on the ground. He went there to visit the clear land. Everything about the president, everything about this government, also lies. You lie about the Lofa project. You kept lying from the beginning of the project until the project went to the level where people playing flower now. They're playing flower. Abeshi, and Manchester, they put it there now. Maybe they just Joe Barker go for that and I pay your sleep. Or maybe the way the Guineans will then close out the foyer now, so I think you'll go for your agenda. But the truth of the matter is, they lied on the foyer project. Oh, and Sylvester Griswold went down. They don't bring out home when they say Sylvester Griswold was surprising the president. The time you were living, they didn't bring out. They were down before they said that he wanted to surprise JMB with the project. Everybody can turn up. So the Babe, yeah, the great 10 around. Asking God, let me just go and one day, you know, and defend myself. If he had a chance, apparently that's what he's asking God. Because you know, yeah, now the lie on him. Bring me recording where it was showed us whether Griswold was surprising Joe Barker with the project. If you can be recording, you lie on the puppet. But that's a different discussion of a different day. Why is the president concerned about building properties in the midst of abject poverty and starvation? Look at everything that happened in the rehab. The house, I'm gonna say, he bought it. In your fence, he broke all the structures down. In the same report, Alexa about the local project. In the same report, Federal Brown wrote, Federal Brown said the same minister that went when you were in America, they transformed the whole yard in rehab. You know, they built another building inside for those surprising. What kind of president was just surprising him? He's not in favor of it, or when you see the surprise, he can't have accountability. No, but Alexa, if you are the father of the home,
it's more like you have Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
And always people write letters to Santa Claus. It is an unimaginable thing where you think that you're going to receive. But in this case, our president does not consent.
Oh yeah.
He does not write letters saying, "Hey,
okay,
I want to have this."
No.
But because he loves surprises,
the government
officials always put together more like you're putting, you know. So it's crazy.
What kind of leader who doesn't love corruption and crooked attitude will see people surprising him with big gifts and will not be concerned about credibility, accountability? You're tearing in the yard. You tearing in, not get money of their own. The money in the house and for you. You are the father. I mean, your children, they don't have money of their own. But you return to the house, the children cook GB. The children cook GB. The children got one cooler with drink. They got cooler full with drink. They got cigar. They got everything on the standby. Oh, you call yourself the father of the home. You are not concerned about how the children got it. You just open your throat. You start swallowing GB. You start eating. Oh, that's what the public doing. You know what Brown said? It's surprising with the project info. Yeah. What did he do? He saw the project. Did he arrest anybody? Did he suggest anybody to investigation? Did he ask for people to be investigated because they went ahead to build the project that he did not sanction? No. Instead, he went there to parole. He went there to patrol and inspect the project. Your minister took money from different places to build a project for you in Lopa. You did not ask them where you take the money from, why you took the money. They said it's surprising you. When government should not be operating on surprising business. The country not job on private property. It is not a personal business. It is not his enterprise. Now your enterprise, where the employees in work, they say, "Oh CEO, we decide to promise you that we decide to surprise you today because of your birthday." In this case, the country, the resources belong to the citizens. Before you use it, there must be approval. There are written proceedings, there are written protocols. The PPCC, the financial, proceedings, everything must be in place. So use the country money on any project. There should be a particular pattern follow. People don't follow the pattern. They work on the city, surprise president with the project in Lupa. You don't even ask, you not even punish anybody. You didn't do anything bad to anybody to ensure that deterrence is set. But he went graciously and started patrolling and inspecting projects. But they say he's not corrupt. But they say he's not like corrupting it. And that's why today we are where we are. A brand new project in rehab in the middle of the road. A brand new project in rehab in the middle of the road. Huh? I mean, what is that? A few days ago, this president forced people out of the 72nd barrack, like the barrack that they're not even building nothing there. A few days ago, this president forced Liberian citizens from the 72nd barrack. When the people went to ask why you can get the people talking of 4 or 5 days or 1 week for them to be here at least until the government can get ready, then they leave. This president was able to tell them that God not making new land and the people needed to leave the property. He's basically building BB properties for himself. Listen, president, why parents are struggling to put a child in the school? Why United Partisans and other Liberians are struggling to get rent? Why United Partisans and other Liberians are struggling to get scholarship opportunities? Why United Partisans and other Liberians are struggling to find job in the country? Listen, President, we have turned over 2 brand new Toyota vehicles for him, bulletproof. He left the vehicle with plastic on the seat. He went to buy brand new bulletproof Lexus Jeep. What else was more funny cars that will amount to over $1.2 million? Somebody say, President he let luxury. The President let showing up. President Baga, who used to be wearing one I mean, his khaki trouser and brown shirt, everything is in khaki trouser, brown shirt without hat. Today, he got a name written on the coat. On the coat, JMB. No, it's not a bad thing. The president should know presidential. The president should be decent. The president should be okay. But this was the same man and the people who were saying it was a wrong thing when President Weah was marching colors. They had issue when President Weah was beautiful to dress. Oh no. Whenever President Weah was beautiful to dress, they had issue with it. When President Weah decided to improve a 9th Street residence, they had issue with it. They had issue with it when President Weah decided to buy a sports car. That ain't even more than $35,000. They had issue with it. So we did not expect, and we still do not expect, that they will have issue with President Weah transforming a 9th Street resident, transforming, a real resident. Those who have issue with President Weah transforming other stolen properties, they should not be the ones pretending and acting like they are not seeing President Baga building 10 million property in Foya, building $2 to $3 million property in rehab, and buying all the other property in rehab. What's the man by engaging all your neighbors there? Engaging all your neighbors. And who would tell the president say no? The president said you don't buy from you saying no. They'll go tap behind your land and go, no, who sold the land to you? Where buy all that thing to go to do? So out of duress and financial inducement, people will say, well, they money what they bring in. I can use it and get different land, get different property. But the bottom line, the main reason why we are angry, it's not because the president should not own property. All I know that today, when you make Alexa the minister of tourism in the country, or you make Alexa the minister of commerce, you get Alexa any piece of job, Alexa will improve your status. It is understandable that no matter what can happen in life, if the man used to be on level A, when you put him on level B, the man will live in accordance to what level B is supposed to be. How life looks. But these people in power, they didn't see it that way. They were brave enough to be comparing, to be looking at the shoes President we are wearing. They will take a shoe picture and then they go check your JLC we are wearing $700 shoes. They had issue with a former war best. A former war best, the man who can enter Italy and enter boutique and put and say, my man, just tell the clothes you won't wear, and you know, we'll take a picture and boost a video of you buying in the boutique and just do it for our advertisement. Let the world just listen to where you can play and buy. Then we can go to stores, boutique around the world, and you just purchase. And the people decide to do battle system. The goods are in play, the juice model recording for him, and say to you, in fact, everyone will be sending you something. Just because we're using your image, we call it image right in the Western world. Now that kind of man was president, he was spending 500, 200, 300 on shoes in the country. Joe Parker and his supporter then, they were telling the Liberian people how Joe was stealing their money and wearing designer clothes. Today, Joe Parker didn't wear no African suit with JB initial on it. Today, two brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Jeep, bulletproof, that President William left with him. He put it on. He sent a brand new Lexus Jeep in Dubai. That's why he used it. He only used the car President William left. He only used the car when he went Barry Doe. He only use the two cars when he went Barry Doe. In Grenada, at then he used the two cars. When you're going to Barry Doe, and that's not like cars he used. Cars he said were not good. But they were not good to be used in Monrovia, Quota. But they were good to be used. I got the place on the Grand Canada Road. This is a clear indication that this man is having great appetite for luxury. And it is wrong. It is wrong. I keep saying the thing. There are people who voted for President Barack with the notion that he promised to be a modest leader. Let me tell you something. When they say election year, you don't go to election for United Party or CDC. No. They got plenty people who got political in the country. You know, other than get political party. Some people during election time, they go vote based on what the people say. What did Joey say? What Joey say? He brought free tuition, he be made YFPs, he paying proper homes, he paying stadium. When he come out again, he will do the stadium, he will carry the road to South East, and other places where you not carry road, you will complete it for a second time. Okay. What did Joe Baga say? Joe Baga say he will not ride private jet the way Joey riding private jet. Joe Baga say he will not wear designer clothes the way Joey wearing designer clothes. Joe Baga say he will not pay new horses, Joe Joey pay new horses. Joe Baga say he will not, do the one, do that one. So independent people listen and say, okay, this man who is promising that he will not live a wasteful life or a luxurious life, we will support him. There are millions of people who made decisions in the election on the basis of what the politician told them. Enough for you CDC people are talking, enough for you United Party people are talking. I am angry. We are agitating because of those independent people who were lied to. You lied to them. Some of the people have no reason voting against George Weah. But because of what you told them. You told them it was difficult, it was a bad thing to ride private jet. That's what you told them. You told them it was bad. You told them that the private jet, they're wasting the country money. So they directly is apologizing to us. Oh, I want to apologize to President Weah. We did not know that President was going to ride private jet. Now we know. I want to apologize. No, you knew. You knew. And that's what we won't remind them every day. If we don't remind them, they will not, they will think they are smart. So we got to remind them every day that, hey, you did not say so. You did not promise it. You promised that you wouldn't have had yourself riding private jet. You promised that you wouldn't have had yourself building factories across the country. Look at the big house President Baka building in the middle of the road. And the second one, the building is in the middle of the road, my people, in the middle of the rehab road. Big structure, hell of a one. The other one, hell of a $10 million structure, aim for you. They finish away now, but they can move there because the Guineas so closer to the security reason. And you know, they're gonna be living near the war soon. Yeah. We don't have they took $10 million carry ways for you. Build 10 million project for you. So they finish away building. Why the professor also go relax and for you know where we get.
We had the Easter holiday.
Easter holiday, all kind of thing. Yeah, Manaro meeting. You know, he had to have confusion. You started them going to the Manaro play. What is it about baby?
Yeah,
what is it about baby? He go there.
He had to go.
He had to go to Guinea because they play near the buffer zone. They play near the comfort area. So as long as the Guineans will be down there, our president will not go down there. Because security reason, the president can go there. You go put the president to a place where the president will not go there. So the $10 million laying in another place free. Nobody using anything. The building get there. If you begin work on one money, they clean the grass after every month. They clean the grass. They just cleaning grass. When the grass gets too bad, they clean it. Just they can be living there. Oh, baby. Hey, grandfather feed you. You building horses back and forth. Building horses here and there. Something you criticize. Then the people told us that there is another one building in Oro. We have been told there is another one being built in Oro. And y'all not break it down because y'all break it down. We know the spot. Y'all break it down, we know the spot. We'll go there, we'll tell you, black, why y'all break down? We'll take the picture. I know y'all will not break it down. We'll upload the videos. We'll expose the videos and the pictures of the one in Oro. Why is the president concerned about building big properties? Okay, no bad thing. The president told to improve their life. The president told to live a better life. I agree. But the other president who was there before him were also doing the same thing. We're trying to improve the properties, transform them, modernize them, and make them to come in conformity with security protocol. These same people, including President Baka himself, sat on public radio on many occasions and blamed President Weah for spoiling the country money on properties. That president, our president, there, ain't know the yellow bird. What can be in the coconut tree? I don't even call that bird. That's how you know the name. You have a yellow bird. What can be over the palm tree and the coconut tree? Hey, the yellow birds. I want to know the name in my dialect. They call it Nyancho. I know the name in my dialect. The yellow birds call it Nyancho. That's why I know. That's why I know. Yeah, Abaflomo, continue. But President Baka promised that he wouldn't have lived a luxurious life. Why is he building properties like Nyancho across the country? The yellow permit, your brag has the yellow feather. You really in the coconut tree, they can build it next to the coconut tree. Now when they deploy on the coconut tree, in less than 2 months, the whole coconut tree can die. And you know, oh yes, those birds are powerful. They can build horses like anything you can think about. They can build a nest. You know, bird horses are nest. But Liberian English will say horses. Right? When they're building that nest on any palm tree, in less than 2 months, that palm tree will dry up. No palm branches. You not even see the palm leaves. Before you go to the next 2 more again, you come to the other place to go build horse. That's how the president is doing. From Foya to rehab. Now we're hearing Oro. And the one that hurt. Why we try to go to election, we take calls and go jump to what Josiah Joker talking. The one that hurts a lot is the part where under his watch as president, poor people's homes are being demolished for projects that the government even get money to start. You hear me? Eh? Poor people property being broken down, destroyed, projects destroyed, made homeless. Look at the other old lady Alexa who was sleeping in the coal under the rubble of demolished structures. Poor people. Running behind your own citizen from government property. So when the barrier there. Every man, you go put a tabulin there. They sit inside the pickup. They're enjoying the set. You know, no active work going on there. By this time, let's say we should see people hauling cement, blocks, ain't no steel, zinc, planks, and renovating. See what renovation work should be going on at the barriers at the moment. Because before you dislodge the citizens, before you remove citizens from where they were comfortably seated, you needed to have all of those things in place. You made people homeless. Why the citizens homeless? Then the president paying plenty horses. How many places you can live with sleep as a human being? You get B-Law. At one space in a B-Law, you're sleeping in your room. In your room, at one bed. On that bed, at one part of that bed, you're asleep. President paying people horses when the citizens are crying. And because low soil in our country, the reason why you see demolition happening every day. And because of the low soil, then people probably resting. By the time Maria go, because almost every day now demolition, and so some of the land they can be saying, "What do we think you?" Some of the way they can be saying, "Do we think you?" Even though they can be happy, but some of the way they can be saying it. Because if Dumoya had not said picking into the border to go and buy G on that land, by the time they will come on up and over 200 police people all across the country to go be breaking people property. This is wrong. You find the partisan passing on Facebook, justifying, and Joe we are doing too, and Joe we are that for Joe we are doing too, Benny, y'all was passing around here, causing noise, creating enemies, insulting people. Insulting people. All that to do comparison, man, you are insulting. That's why the man was voted out. That's why you people voted him out. Or you voted against the man because you said you're building houses. And you keep the power to build the houses. Who are you then? How do we call you? That the rescue here? That the rescue you say you came to do here? Look at what happened in the country today. Businesses are shutting down. Businesses are winding down. Instead of the president focusing on improving the economy to make it workable in such a way that the private sector will create more jobs and provide food on the table of Liberians who can have continue to survive on government payroll, the president is not concerned. He's busy buying $1.2 million bulletproof car. He's busy building big structures in the country. And his supporters defending it. Because you know what? They themselves, they're building the big structures across the country. This is nonsense. Nothing to tell us that you will have a chance to come and build your own houses and do your own properties. Like, when people are very forgiving kind of people, they want to say, "Oh, yeah, you know what, President, yeah, you do your own, do your own." At least there were people who are so willing to vote for you. You need to be truthful. You need to be honest. Do you know how many independent voters you have disappointed? And for them, we are speaking. We're talking about the party people or CDC people. We're talking about the independent voters. They were misled. They were deceived. They were lied to. They were made to understand that the paper, they didn't have any appetite for luxury. And so making him president would have seen maximum reduction in wasteful spending in government. Today is not the case. Today is not the case. Go check the budgetary outcome for the first 2 years. Government has spent more money than what they put in the budget for NSC. Almost every ministry and agency in the country got money in the budget for how you call this thing for surveillance. Over operation. Almost all the ministry and agency got money in the budget for corporate intelligence. They got money for intelligence, lesser, but no intelligence individual could detect that the Guineans were coming to our country. International ministry get money for intelligence. NSA get money for intelligence. Ministry of State get money. All the entities in the country they got budget for intelligence. But none of the intelligence agencies, none of them could even advise us ahead of time. Oh, Guinea coming for land. None of them could do it. It's not there the Guinean scheme. They mobilize. Imagine people coming to your land using Kinu. You on high land, people using Kinu to come to your land on water. No intelligence. That is to tell you how the money has been stolen, misused, misapplied, misappropriated. But at the end of the day, as I submit to Alexa, At the end of the day, there is one thing that I see. You know what I see? I see a very dishonest Liberian society. I see a very hypocritical Liberian society, particularly the people who we consider the elite intellectuals. I don't mean to make you say 1847 of the country not go nowhere, and because of that, Liberia will never be the Ivory Coast. I'm not swearing, but based on what I know, the country to be, if you would Ivory Coast to sit down for 50 years, don't build a new road, don't build a new house, jump in the one where you get, sweep it, cut the grass, cut the flower, don't do nothing. 50 years, the country it will not be where Ivory Coast is. And there's just simple reason. The quote unquote intellectual class in the country, they are very deceptive. The elite class in this country, they are very backward. Look at them. What the society actors, elite media entities in the country. There's no other bugger than used to be publishing stories on George Weah in the country. All the newspapers that used to be publishing stories in the country about Weah. Radio talk show hosts, they would not sit down, their mouth open wide, talking every little thing to talk about it. Today they are quiet. Very quiet. Imagine a whole country president is implicated in a $10 million project situation, and the country, the independent people there, the civil society actors. I don't want to mention the Council of Churches because that's another hustling body. Not a single statement that we see coming up in regards to that. Today, the people are saying, nobody talking about it. They pretend like it is normal. Look at the kind of mayhem going on. Look at the kind of bad things happening in the country. Terrible corrupt actions. Wanton abuse of the law. Disregard for constitutional democracy. Many positions are being violated. Who booked Emma Glasgow for a job? After a few days, LSCC say the woman are corrupt. They clear her of corruption. But you post somebody in her job, you now won't pay her back her money. Also called elite. Like what bias years now. Premier Liberia. Independent civil society institution of Liberia. All of them because of a fundamental bias that they have for a group of people. Oh no, CC people there, and the ordinary people there. The ordinary people, they're not supposed to be in power. And so the day God get a chance to kind of power, we'll fight them. We saw banks in the country conniving against the CDC government to create artificial shortage of money. We saw it in the country. By the time the people at the Ministry of Finance and Central Bank started to notice it, it was late. It was late. We saw banks, we saw tellers in banks. They got money. And let's say they got money in the vault. The account officer, the cash officer in Kenya supply them money in the money. They were intentionally, deliberately, maliciously decide to turn customers away. They can't, oh, no LD. No LD. No, I mean, it was a systemic, how you call this thing? Conspiracy against the CDC administration. The intellectual class in this country is responsible for the backwardness of Liberia. Oh, do I need to tell you about university teachers in this country? You find one teacher who is supposed to be teaching accounting or teaching something else. Even theology. You go to the blackboard, introduce the topic, the next thing tomorrow will go on, that's how we are. Intellectual class in this country, they deceive the voting masses. They build up a conspiracy against that regime. They criticize it from day one. You go to the banks. The banking tellers are deliberately creating hardship. Somebody go for the late $2,000 LD. They say, oh, no money. The money there, but they say no money. Regulating the economy. When the people at the CBO decided to notice it, it was late. But then they've already done all of their nonsense. University teachers influencing the students, politicizing everything, creating a situation as though they had the solutions to all of the problems in the country. To having the message what we used to experience on the paper, no pastors, no political missionaries. They will open the Bible and just say 2016 for God to love the world. The rest of it, Now we are wearing beach clothes. Now we are do the one. Now we are do that one. They were all preaching today. Alexa, they are offering basket again. We go 25%. The members poll. Nobody's showing see again. Nobody's showing see in person life these days. The country hard. They themselves confused. It's because when you choose to be hateful, when you choose to live a deceitful life, a hypocritical one. So then look at what happened in the country. I saw one bishop. I went to one church and saw one bishop politicizing George Weah's statement about being your own security, buying CCTV. Now bishop got CCTV to your office. He got CCTV to your office, but was against the president of conscripting Liberians to buy CCTV. He said Liberians who have the means. And we said if you have the means, and you know, and you think your life is some kind of way where people will harm you, and you know, yes, CCTV. That bishop criticized, but he got CCTV to your home. He got it to your office. He criticized John Weah. He condemned. He blamed Weah for the 3 missing boys. Gregor Como investigated, and it became clear that those children got drowned in Bowman Bridge. Not Bowman Bridge, but Bowman. So there, the pastors are unable to come up and apologize to the former president. But you know the hypocrisy? An AFL soldier, Officer Sir Harris of the Armed Forces of Liberia, in November of 2024, he went missing from that barracks. So to this day, his family was not seen yet. I seen Bishop is quiet. The last time I saw him, he was on the pulpit joining people to honor Richard Kun. Richard Kun, who had Jack speakership, who said he was speaker when the real speaker resigned, and he said he resigned, and he go contest. I saw that same bishop on the podium, the other bishop honoring Richard Kun. That is how the society was biased. That's how the intellectual class, the political class, and the quote-unquote elite class was against the CDC era. Why was it so? Today, look at Joe Parker building bridges and all of them caught the mouth. The head of the Imam Council, he said now one boy, Ali Krai. The head of the how you call the one, the Council of Church, where the Reeves said now one boy. You know what, bro? Their mouths are closed. They still want to abuse the power. The sea misuse of public resources. They close their mouths. These are deceitful political people. Deceitful elite. According to hungry intellectuals. No moral. Go see them. See the bankers who are conspiring against the country. Today, people go for their money. They can't even drop them anything anymore. As the bankers today, and next time will tell you, nobody giving their money to the bank these days. People will draw the money to go. Because not that people are mean these days. No, people are not mean. The people still the same, Alexa, but things are hard. Things are hard. And President Biden wants it back and forth. Instead of focusing on bettering the economy, he Biden wants it back and forth. He said, "When I talk." Go to the supermarkets. And that's how the children who can help you to be putting your goods in the plastic and hold the basket behind you. Those children at least those children every day go who they used to get something. The country is still hard to this day. You even go buy one steak in there, Alexa, or 3 children in the supermarket will go escort you outside. Steak in there. I want the whole steak in there. I want the whole one steak in there from the supermarket. That 3 persons will come walk behind me to put me in the car only because they want something. You have to push them away. People can push them away because some kind of way the children got to survive. When a hurry, you got to share it with them. That's how the country is taught. But these so-called intellectual elites, they don't talk about it because they're ashamed. They're ashamed that the God who they said they were bringing to power, the God is now worse than the very Satan they said they were rejecting. The country is difficult. The question now is stink in their face. Stink in their face, Alexa. They're offering now again, even passing the center of the bucket. No way. It's difficult. The couple of so see, people can so see. Finish. Nobody saw you see again in the light. But the time you know the thing I'm talking about, he not lie. Oh, they go Ramadan. Alexa, it was the first time for Ramadan to happen in this country. I'm driving through Moreover and not even looking at Ramadan. So small mosques in the different community there were people willing to back out. This was being cow all in the community. Ramadan happened. We didn't see nothing of that happening. Less celebration. They're going to small almost looking at somebody the party. And that's how then you see they're going to come to me. Have no zeal, no momentum, nothing. They're running a very terrible country. The country is tough. They themselves know the country is hard. And in the midst of one of these times, the president basically himself building BB houses, and we'll go talk. And the only thing you got to say, we are critics. Oh, yes, it's good for all the criticize that they will learn their lesson and change their wicked ways and make the country better so that everybody will enjoy it. People want to come here to get better. And they're sitting here, the president is concerned, an old president. The president is old. It is somebody here, you old. What is he interested in building BB houses and Georgia Baca to inherit? You know that you're children, you have a moral obligation to provide for them as a father, but not at the detriment of the country. You should be focused on building the economy, focus on building the country because that's what you promised. You didn't promise yourself. You said Joe it was about himself. Although we are providing free tuition for public universities, he was building proper homes, he was paying house fees, he was connecting capital cities to county districts and other places. You were doing those things. You said you were doing nothing. So when you came, we expected you to do beyond what you were doing. And you jumping beyond Joe's shoes. You're finishing the main old government project. You're not introducing new government project or a project where you initiated that why you implementing, you dedicating it. You can only go pull dedicated by Joe Baca, but you pull initiated by. You don't want to mention your name. And you're building your own BB houses. That's not what we elected you for. That's why we are complaining. But I'm not going to say further. I said what I had to say. My disappointment is with these people. It's a shame. Shame on all of them. The imams, the pastors, the bankers, the university instructors. All of these people gang up against the country. They thought they were ganging up against WIA and people who were in the WIA administration. They gang up against the country thinking they were bringing a diamond to power. Yeah, diamond being skyscraper on the road. That diamond, he got one beat $10 million property in for you. He can't go there because the king's still there. Okay, information so your diamond being another hall in the road. Maybe unless I get something for you, then we'll go take course. But yeah,
where do I start from? I think it is really tiresome with everything that's happening in Liberia. You get up in the morning, you're going to listen to something else that you probably did not think you would be expecting, or during the day, you're going to get something else like new updates or whatever it is. But I think Oliver said a lot about what's happening, and I would just like to weigh in a little bit on what's happening. And if you listen to Freedom Hub every now and then, if you are one of our ardent followers, if you are one of our viewers, you understand I have said this repeatedly. I hate people who are hypocritical. And I said this without any apology. I owe no apology for what I'm saying, and I'll continue to say. And every day we see a lot of these people in this country. A lot of them are very pretentious. A lot of them are hypocritical, and it shows effortlessly without them even trying to show us that they're being hypocritical. It shows every day. Every day it shows. So Joseph Yuma Boakai, Liberia's president, then former vice president Boakai, he had gone to Liberians. I always like to remind the president, I always like to have a reference point. He went to Liberians and he presented a case. And according to him, he was the best option. According to him, he was the change. So based on what he said to Liberians, a lot of Liberians went his way when we had the general elections in this country in 2023. So fast forward, he became Liberia's president. And after becoming Liberia's president, people actually thought that that was an opportunity for him to display his quote unquote leadership ability. People thought that this was going to be an opportunity for Mr. Boakai, who is Liberia's president, to, show us how wise he is and to also fulfill the many promises made to Liberians during the campaign. Unfortunately, it was a big April Fool, a big one, because everything that has happened, it seems like it has been the opposite of exactly what Mr. Boakai said or presented to Liberians. One of the many things I see on a daily basis is the fact that people who had voices, people who were loud about all these things, people who wrote different press releases, and that's a reference to the Council of Churches in Liberia here, people from different, civil society organizations. A lot of them had a lot to say about the past administration, everything that happened, whether it was George Weah having on an outfit that was branded. They thought that was a luxury, and it was not to happen because, of course, you had ordinary people in this country, and the people were suffering. And Mr. President George Manuel Weah was being heartless and cruel to scores of Liberians across this country. Hence, Joseph Boakai was voted and became the president. So I hate it when people are comparing because there's no comparison. According to you, George Weah did not do anything for Liberians. He was wicked, intentionally. He did not develop this country in any aspect. He did not. He was just there and merrymaking with his officials of government and blah, 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 blah. That was like everyday conversation. Now you're in power. The fact that you're still comparing means that you failed. The fact that comparison is still the daily order, it means you failed because you are here to do what you say you're going to do. And I'd like to go back to this property that is being circulated on social media. As I said earlier on, I did not follow through because I was off the social media. I was not as active as I usually am. But this, you listen to this guy, how he sounded, and it was also a reminder of what Joseph Boakai said. It was also a reminder of exactly the criticisms, all the critiques a lot of you had when George Weah was in power, and then you have this building here. And someone who is a member of the Unity Party, someone who is oftentimes seen with the senior government officials of this rescue mission, this administration, he had gone there to provide clarity. He had gone there to, in fact, defend this building. According to him, it is a warehouse for Joseph Jomo Boakai's foundation, the JNB Foundation. I don't know in what universe we are as Liberians that we're seeing this foundation. I don't know if it was active prior to Mr. Boakai becoming Liberia's president. I don't know exactly, if it was really operational. If it was, we don't know about that because I didn't see much. But now that he's in power, we've seen a lot more. When he just took over as president, we saw a lot of things his foundation did, erecting different billboards when he was not even sworn into office as president. We saw all those different things, and it came out again with different defense, another defense that, this was done by the foundation's president at the time, and this is blah, blah, blah. So this foundation has become, I think, a scapegoat in all of these things that's happening. Mr. Boakai is allegedly building personal properties across this country from Lofa County. That one is still being questioned with different people, including Philibert Brown, providing different pieces of information as to that was a surprise to the president. A president who is said to have integrity, a president who is said to, understand governance, a president who is said to not be corrupt for personal gains, did not stop surprise from government officials across different, SOEs or whatever it is, to present to him a surprise. And the many inconsistencies with this is owned by MRU, or this is a project by the MRU, or this is for the government of Liberia, this is for the ECOWAS, or whatever it is. We have listened to a lot more. And that brings me to a question. Mr. Boakai, did you actually promise Liberians because you were being honest? Or were you looking for an opportunity to survive? That's a very serious question. Did you promise Liberians because you were honest and you actually said those words, or you actually made those promises because you knew you would be here to rescue the country, you would be here to, at least change different aspects, different systems, and restructure a lot of things in this country? Or were you just there a space to survive? You needed an opportunity for 12 years where you said, opportunities were squandered, or whatever that was said back in the day. That's a major question to be answered. Because the very people who had issues, against ministers, directors, and in fact, the president at the time, all of them are quiet. A lot of them have not said anything regarding this particular project. I'm just watching this video. I just watched it earlier on, and I haven't seen anyone, the critical voices, I haven't heard them say anything about it. I haven't seen a write-up from them. All of them are now quiet, like they've lost their voices. But yesterday, all of you had voices, and your voices were as loud as I don't know what to compare that to. Today, you are not saying anything. And some of the people who support you, they're going back and forth and defending where the country is. The sun is hot every day, and there are people who are hungry. We saw the situation in Lofa County. We're yet to get any from the mouthpiece of the government, Ministry of Information, the Liberian National Police, even the Richard Coon, who had told us he had given a 48-hour ultimatum to the LGBRC National Disaster Management. We are yet to hear anything regarding what's happening there at the border in Lofa County. Our scared, but then we have president who is constructing a warehouse that looks very large, looks very elegant, opulent, as the JMB Foundation warehouse. What will be stored in this warehouse? I'm concerned. What exactly is going to be stored in here? Is it going to be books? Is it going to be medical supplies? What exactly is it going to be? That's a question to also ponder. That's a question to ponder. So when I see a lot of you coming in defense of these things, I say you're insensitive. I say you're wicked. And at the end of the day, I say you're shameless. Because all of you had voices. Every day we had different graphic designs of what was happening in this country. You will have a flyer where you have a George Weah here, you have maybe this particular building here, you have this and that one. Everything was attributed to George Weah. So are you going to say Joseph Boakai, Liberia's president, is heartless now that you have people going through a whole lot, but then you have different personal projects, private projects being carried out? Are you going to say he is wicked? Are you going to call him, a very cruel man? Because all of you use those adjectives to describe George Weah back in the day. And at this point, it is no longer about George Weah or the CDC. It is about what was promised. So we are mostly focused on Mr. Boakai. We're trying to help this president. Whether we supported him or not, he is president for Liberians. And the promises he made those promises to all of us across the board. So we're helping Mr. President to be reminded of his promises. We're helping Mr. President to fulfill his promises. And we're helping Mr. President to know that the things he said, he is doing the opposite. He is contradicting himself, his promises. So, where are the moral voices? Where are the the members of the council of churches? Like, you don't have ink anymore to do press release. Let's forget about ink. What happens to your computer, the keyboard? Do you need new keyboards? Do you need new computers? Do you need someone to draft these press releases to have them released to the public? Tell us what you need. We're going to help you, because now all of you are quiet. And then when we bring you in ways that you deem not appropriate, you say, "Oh, they put at us." This is not rudeness, okay? The Council of Churches, that particular organization. Oh my God, I definitely remember some of the press releases. Every now and then, on the social media, on the traditional media, we had a lot of those press releases read. Even some of our colleagues in the media, there were different talk shows held just to talk about things. Okay. And today you have this here. You have this here. And then all of you are silent. When few people talk about it, you say the people they not leave the country. You let like brought up people. You don't let like brought up people in the country. You don't let like brought up me. It's not possible. Okay. So you guys need to stop being hypocritical. You guys need to stop being deceiving, because you say one thing and your actions say something else. That's not why we're here. 2023 is over. This is not time for campaign, because a lot of you are still in campaign mode. This is not time for propaganda. A lot of you from the Ministry of Information to different ministries and whatever, some of you guys are still in the mode of propaganda. And we're done with that. This is 2026. We're in April. You've given us enough April's Fools. You've given us a lot. So do not fool us anymore. Just come straight. It happens with the private jet, and Darius Dillon was the one who had to appear on a radio station, and he was basically apologizing to George Weah and the past administration. So I'm sure we're going to have someone else to get here and maybe render another apology to Liberians. I'm sure we're going to have someone else to do that. That's why you guys are hypocritical. Because now you're on the board, you're playing chess. You understand that it is not as observed when you're off the board. Because when you're off the board, you think you know everywhere, where the knight to go, what the king, the coin, or what. Oh, you know everything. Now you're on the board. You're apologizing to us from one end to another. While all these things are ongoing, you're ahead in discussing 2029 general elections when we're supposed to be discussing what's happening now. We're supposed to be discussing this private property right now. We're supposed to be discussing what's happening in Lofa County. We're supposed to be discussing how people are surviving. But no, all of you have forgotten that we have these issues, major issues, and we're discussing 2029. Are you guys going to render another policy to us that, oh, we're so sorry, we didn't know that the president is supposed to build something, and George is saying this is a warehouse for JMB Foundation? We need to come there and inspect to know, like, what exactly are you going to be storing in there? Yeah, we need to know. But at the end of the day, Mr. President, I believe, and I'm sure a lot of Liberians believe, Mr. President is moving not in the right trajectory. He is on the path that's taking us backwards, but then you people do not have the balls, the audacity to say it. Because why? All of you are dancing with the devil. So you're able to look the devil in the face and say, hey, this is what's happening. Whatever, whoever the devil is, I mean, you guys know, but a lot is happening. Gas price been going on this no, everybody know about global crisis. You guys are hypocrites. All of you. You guys are fake. I'm not gonna lie. I will always want to be a Liberian though. Still, I will always recognize people who are hypocritical. And I will always say I don't like people who are hypocritical. And a lot of you are. Oliver was talking about the intellectual class. And classism is real in this country. You're not going to believe it. But it is real in this country. Because they think the people who consider themselves the intellectual class, whether they are or not, well, that's another discussion for another day. But people, a lot of them, who consider themselves the intellectual class or members of the intellectual class, all of them, or most of them, I'm sorry, they're hypocritical. And they think they know too much. So they have the right to have say in certain discussion, and people who are not considered the intellectual class do not have the right to say anything. So they're not going to say these things because some of the people who are in power, they're the elites, by the way. That's how you know classism is ruining this country. But Mr. Boakai, you are not here for yourself. You're not here for your own personal gain because you said you could even be pushing wheelbarrow to work. You know, you don't get on the matter of fact, you can just do the people work. Where are we now? You're saying one thing and you're doing the opposite. So that is being a walking contradiction. Oliver, at the end of the day, I know we'll go somewhere. Yeah.
But let it be known that while the rest of the country closing their mouth, people will continue to remind the government and the president. You can't finish lying to the people that you will not be the president who can plenty hustle for himself, get all kind of property for himself. You finish saying all the good things. Kind of power you're doing different things. We tell the people. No, I won't. We're not sure about. We tell the people. You told people you're not doing it. Kind of power you're doing it. We tell the people. You know, I want people to say we like the government, no problem. But I think the best thing that what we're doing to remind them that they think what you're doing is not what you promised. But that's it. We take a break. When we come back from our break, we'll open up the phone lines for you to call us and give your input. But while you are doing so, let's just start the conversation and tomorrow we'll end it. Josiah Joker is asking civil servants to sign paper that something will be happening in the ministry of the monarchy. I thought we'll come in right there. When you find the government start doing all kind of funny thing, you will know that salary business coming get high, and they will not want people to be explaining to the public. You know that criminal business will start growing in the government, and they don't want people to talk in the public. That's why they're asking civil servants to sign non-disclosure agreement, NDA. When you sign a paper, it means when you see the minister stealing, you will not talk it. When you see any bad thing happening in government, you will not talk it. The document not say you swear, you taking oath. But when you sign it, and the day when the minister goes steal the end of the car, and you tell somebody, and the person do not keep your identity, the person say, "Oh, unless I tell you," it means automatically they will sack you because you are not supposed to say it. You went against the non-disclosure agreement. You went against it. I don't say when you say you die, no. What I mean when you say that two things will happen, they will not know that you say. But when they know that you say, they will sack you for it. Secondly, the minister there, sometimes they can go write one big check. And maybe that my office responsible to follow copy the check. They first one big check and they steal some kind of money to go pay somebody or do some kind of thing. Now, when they finish with that check, so that the check pager can leak outside.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
When the check pager leak outside, the reason why they want everybody must sign is because they would know who all offices the check pass through. So when I mean the person who photocopy the check in the Ministry of Information, you want me to say, man, you photocopy the check. We said that you do it, but I can't understand. When you photocopy the check, where you carry it? Oh, I carry the Austin office. Say, Austin, you had to check your hand. Can't understand. When you photocopy the check, where you carry it? Austin will say, I carry the check to Central Bank. Who you give it? I give it to Teller A. Teller A, you can't understand. Teller A, when you photocopy the check, where you carry it? Oh, I carry it to the supervisor. They'll put all four of you on the line and ask you to do investigation. If they're not satisfied, they sack out of you. Because someone where they will believe that one of you may have leaked it. And still they can find the main person. If they're not able to find the main person, they sack you. Or whatever the case is. But this is against the Freedom of Information Act and the LSCC Whistleblower Act. Because on our law, when you see bad thing happening, you get ready to talk it. Even when the person not keep your identity, the person can say, oh, that let's tell me, they don't get no right to sack you.
And that person,
the witness is supposed to be protected. Good. So that document is signing that had detectors can start operating. But it will die a natural death because everywhere in the country will get information. You will sack the whole government one day. Because any information we want, we can get it. Any information we want, we can get it. Answer someone. I say any information we want in the country, we can get it. I will not talk more. I tell you, say any. Even some clothes, some men can wear before they kind of wear. We won't know the color, we get it. We can get that information. Any information we want, we get it. So all that thing you're doing, Josiah Joker, you are joking. You are joking. The civil service will sign that no disclosure agreement, and they will still come outside and run their mouth. When you're not paying them on time, they will run them up. When you all take money from the government entity and use it for your own personal thing, they will run their mouth. And we double dare you doing anything to small charity. We double dare you because you will not even catch them. We have already given the charity plenty of ways to provide information without trace. So you'll be there be talking nonsense about non-disclosure. We finished teaching the charity over 50 different ways to get information without trace. You do not joke, you want to tell them or bring a payroll or bring it. You don't know who take it. The last money you signed for last week, and you want to bring that paper, you want that paper, we'll publish the paper. You don't even know who do it. Maybe you'll sack your whole office. You will never know. I do mind to know, say, the House of Representatives, they better spend 200,000 to go sing. The more we have to get on the road. I do mind to know. How you still manage to know? How you still manage to know that the better wanted to expel Yeke? Before the country said we had their whole agenda. I didn't manage to know. You think we thinking of those who you're expecting? Now plenty of ways we can get information one. When you're filming your hair, using your phone together, you're not even know. Your phone your hair, we're using your phone together with you. We're going to be using your page, we'll be using our picture, or to be using your WhatsApp, to be calling, but we're seeing all the things on your Facebook. On your WhatsApp, SSI non-disclosure. Anyone in the country will get it. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go to the lines and talk to our callers.
Stop me cry and make it before them before. Stop what I do. Set it to interior. If you ask them, you stop me from all along.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Okay, Crime Stoppers Liberia. Let's go to the lines and talk to our callers. 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. 2 extra winners were gotten during the course of the program. 2 winners were able to win. Let's see if we can call them. If not, let them call us. 2 of you already know yourself. Call us if you already won. Dial star 255 star 1 has to be the third winner. Let's go and talk to this other person. Hello, how are you? How you doing? How you doing, sir? We're great. Let's hear you. What's it mean? Where you join us from?
Anyway, I'm sorry, I will not put my name now. I will call you the door. I will tell you about that's in the field right now.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you see, if you put your money last time, you said about the bridge went on air that when he was going to school, his daddy and uncle gave him a book. And he was breaking when he come in, just go to get big. So he said he made good money for our.
Yeah, he puts some water in the good stomach.
Yeah, so you get big thing and said he made good money for our. So to tell you right there, it's a criminal record. So as the anybody that says, you can put into the point.
Okay, thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you very much. I'll leave you right there and go back to the other line and talk to this person. Hello, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Hey, Kilkin and Lessa, how you doing, man?
Let's hear you, sir. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Yeah, my name is Musa G. Brown, and I'm from New Jersey. Kilkin, you see, Liberia, it is because of insincerity we are where we are today. Let me tell you, Kilkin, the reason why Benny Nigeria, Alexander Cummings, all of the guys that were in opposition, that were having making the loudest noise. When Benny Nigeria went to a bombing and called Liberians, his Liberian brothers, cockroaches, were because of greed. Let me tell you something, okay? When the election was coming, we went to Benny Nigeria office. When Benny Nigeria had an ALP. In his office, I'm sitting in from Ben. And he was telling me that the American embassy, trying to convince an educated person like me, says that if Liberia wants to suffer for the next 10 years, they may let George Weah. Now knowing they were preparing to go out there and fight vehemently, to use their resources they got, the very resources that they got. Oh, look, God will judge the people. You see, it's always better to be sincere. I said, Benny, not Yuri. I said, no other person. And I said that to Tella Yuri when Tella Yuri was running to be representative of district number 15. She came to my Tella shop and I said it in her face. I said, you will not win the election because you're father wicked.
What the issue?
I said to Tella Yuri. You see? So, look, Liberia need to be sincere. And say in this comment section, one about Flobo is writing nonsense. Hey man, is this a kind of country we have because somebody got smoking in his pocket? Yesterday it was bad, but today it's good.
Yeah, it was bad. Other president
yeah, you can say we were talking entire, no problem. But some of you will regret it. You will regret the next 6 years why you ever voted for Joseph Boakai. Because today, some of you don't even have food to eat. So you start defending because somebody gave you data and post car and put a meaning on your phone. This is not the kind of country we wanted. Like I said to some of my brothers yesterday, we were in a gathering. Somebody said, oh, Josh Redding, do better. So I said, okay, I agree. Show me the difference between Josh Redding, 2 years, that they take 2 years. I forgot about 6 years. Because you guys all can, but Josh Redding first 2 years and Joseph Boakai first 2 years. Show me one new thing. Joseph Boakai will add the head, will add the fingerprint, or the involvement of George Weah initiation. Show it to me. So when you show it to me, I will tell you that I will resign from the CDC. Okay. I can't support George Weah. But these are the debates. So a lot of time when somebody guys talking, those are the debates edition. Put before them.
Thank you. We leave it right there. We gotta talk to the other person. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you.
I'm going to say good evening to you and good evening to my very beautiful and luscious predecessor.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Lawrence. Let's hear you.
This is Lawrence Spencer, and I'm sitting joyfully in the township of Johnsonville this evening. The reason I'm always joyful from the kind is because the God of politics has indicated us in front of Liberian people, in front of the eyes of our enemies, political enemies, people that spend on us during the heat of the campaign and call names. In fact, people that say call 1%, I mean, we cannot proudly tell them that yes, our 1% is better than this economic quagmire and this disaster you are poor in. I mean, how can a president come, like you said, man, where his own people parrot about his honesty, his so-called modesty and all of that. See the marshals that old guy man is doing all across the country. When the Israel of Foya Kimo, I mean, government officials were talking both sides of their mouth. Someone say, oh, that man of people, the other people say that Echo, the other people say, oh, they want to react now, that will get I want to. So you see how God has disgraced wicked people.
John Lobo said that warehouse.
Oh man, that man, I one of the breaking government man I ever seen. That man can be carved from one corner of it to one corner of it, taking all the body government. I want in that one position. When the man goes into a thing, he passes into a thing, how that boss of barring. So we get to the kind of people seriously. How can you live a society that America that have all the opportunity people are desiring, and you can't be breaking your family members from government offices, passing around and trying to talk trash. Or you see the people in the corner burying the face that we say like, you know, I mean, what sense of wickedness is this? And that's the reason, like I listened to my good friend brother from the country the other day. I mean, surprise is coming for this government car. A big surprise in the opposition is coming for this government. When I announce it, no, we're going one day and it's will be dollar or not Johnny Mesa, you didn't get down, you didn't get a tail car, yourself buy your car and Johnny Land. You know, the California are rich. They will not careful, you want to buy the car, you must will not even get them to the country. They don't know what you're doing now. We never have an election. Get the money and study the country. Get them up there. To LBRC or close to now middle class and less corruption can you in man. In a part, brother, they all across the country.
Thank you.
But on the other hand, my man, the California is terrible. So now you're allowed to talk. We are frustrated. Okay? We are frustrated. The reason we are frustrated is because we told the people, we told the Liberian people, these guys are evil. When we have an asserting instance, the Lucas concession agreement was done, and John Molu said the government was 3 times around the target of government is dismissing men. These are the very same vampires that brought to town. See how they are ripping the public apart. See the economic opinion, the increasing Johnson. Yeah, what kind of level of government is this? I mean, we are going to work on now and be asking himself, why you even take power to these boys? And he's taking the blame of what we're going through. Why must we take power to these people? So they pass him for. I mean, but we are, man, you are poor in a mess. You are poor in a mess. You get a point they're going to all die in mess. What a mess being like, baby, about them, but children and grandchildren to leave behind that.
Okay.
It's frustrating.
Thank you, Lawrence Spencer. We'll leave you right there. Lawrence Spencer of the ANC. Let's go to Randy Dapo in the US. Go ahead, Randy. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Khan, how you doing? And hi to Alexa. I mean, President Boka has become an embarrassment to the people of Liberia. All the time he sat in Liberia there, and he was even 12 years as vice president. Why didn't he build all the things he's building now? Liberia need to ask him that question. Because the fact that he's taking money, I don't know whether he's loaning the money from the government of Liberia, because this is a man who said he used to live by loan when he was not in public service. Now he's in public service, he building the houses. We've seen it across all the social media. People are presenting evidence. So I think, Mr. Khan, whatever Mr. Boka is doing, we will track everything. When he leave office, he will have to pay the loan back, because he has put the country on waiting list and he put it himself first. I have one last question for you, Oliver. I listened to you so many times. Every time you give me an example, you're always using Austin Kawa. Let me tell you the secret that maybe you'll ask this question here. Chuck Norris used to have a local TV movie here, and every time they go for it, he used to take the heavy guy and let the skinny guy fight. And he asked the guy said, why you always give me the heavy for the fight? He said, because I want for you to be stronger. My question here is, why are you always using our man Austin Kawa for all your example? I will get the hell up you did all.
Okay, all right, we'll leave you right there. We'll leave you right there. Let's go and talk to this other president. Go ahead, 1 minute, President. What about building new house to rehab? What you say?
Yeah, the kind of solution is the need of Western, which are one of Liberia legitimate that join you from Central Virginia. You know, the more comical thing about the whole thing here is that it is compulsory. It is abandoning that because God is making new land so that in Boaka fence that where the Boaka Foundation warehouse should be. What kind of business is that?
What is that nonsense? Why would a foundation warehouse be to where the president living? Why would the president go warehouse to a hall where people will be entering there, will be taking material?
You see how embarrassing the situation is. They won't laugh, but they don't know how to laugh.
Yeah.
All about the thing here we look for it.
But
we walk towards the thing in broad daylight. We sat down here. Dishonesty, brokenness, thievery, introduce himself to us in broad daylight by telling us that he took salt water and gave it to goat to make it fat. We listened to that thing. We saw that thing on social media. And yesterday we jumped behind it. Yesterday we inside. Yesterday we inside. You think president has just anybody to take for anywhere and then put them there? The world we live in now, you will have international connection. How many connections you have? How is Kosovo helping us right now? Kosovo. How is it helping us right now? Look at the kind of funny to discuss here. The president who is being taken away, they are no LT or how they call them, they carry Starlink there to go install. Who is going to use the Starlink? You see how confusing the boy is? Just few minutes ago, on social media, I seen Gregor Koma telling people that if even you lost your key, you lost your passport, they say that to retrieve it for police, they are increasing. They are finding all sort of means now to raise money to pay civil service. It's not an easy thing. And the other foolish men got to pay the court beside you can tell people that when you take information, this and that, you sign. What is that?
Thank you.
That no administratively inclined. You even said that, but part of the fact that he said that, even people are not to be open to know that here there is something going on that they're trying to protect.
Thank you.
This was 2029. That election boom will take them from this place. Thank you, man.
We'll leave you right there, Ebenezer. Let's talk to the person. Go ahead. 1 minute quickly. No time. We gotta go.
Yeah, okay. I'm patient. Recording from before.
Go ahead, patient.
Okay. All the things that we are doing, people when I'm there, or when I'm in the street. First, they were fucking for that. Because they were kind of power, I was woman. They were making okay. Nothing was there for him. Nothing was there for him. They were putting time president winner. Today, I can't wait and the shoe. I can't go to other phone and get new for money. Today, I can't wait, get less. You know, I was a person on here. You know what I'm okay? So then they put the money in the man hand, the man pay horses. We look for okay. Any amount of horses for that one they pay. Any amount.
Okay, thank you, patient. Thank you, patient. Great. I'll leave you right there and talk to the person. Go ahead quickly. We'll talk to two more and go home.
Good morning, okay, and to my brother, sis Alessa, and to Liberian people, Mama Liberia.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
The thing is not healing. You people, they get bold in lies. Nothing they can just say. They get hard, the truth. Then the truth can sit together. It's just hard. You lie on everything. If I didn't lie that how to call your only lie wheelbarrow to even get to the executive mansion. You see, he will $1 million car today. Well, so useless cloud comes try to promote the public to say that warehouse is building. So I still see what is warehouse. The education that we got, we can't see what is warehouse. We got limited that we don't know what is warehouse and what is a resident. The towns that they don't know what to say. Nothing they got to come to deep, but they just want nothing. So, loot us. They get them to loot the resources of our nation. Nothing good they think to do. Because you can't be a 5-center man, level-headed man, to see those kind of things. Your first day I've seen it, when you see warehouse.
Thank you.
Warehouse got story building. Warehouse got jacuzzi. Warehouse got bedroom, master bedroom, kitchen and things. The way you call warehouse, which one of the warehouse is that? The same way you like, you say you want rebarrel, now you call it a building, a warehouse. These guys are just a bunch of planners. But we stand for the Liberian people because this is a decision you took. We were telling you, you did not see it. The vision that we have, we saw, but there, today they take Liberia to be their property because the little education that they got, anything they say, you should bow to him. That's what they're taking you to be. You suffer class citizen in your own country. You don't have regard for you. Your dignity, they took everything away. It's just unfortunate, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Joseph Colley. Joseph Colley from the US. Let's talk to the second to the last person. You are the second to the last. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Thank you, Khan. Let me say hello to say Aleza.
Go ahead.
We just put present with the Liberation Right movement. Boga is just a shame and a disgrace to this country. with liability, man, bear liability. Since I got in the government, you're 25 years in the government. And man, toward your own loan can. We all for all we know for that Boga will not be over 19 to the country. And you put a complaint and the word of Boga at this time is wrong time. Because you said, I will have come one. I don't want to level go anything in that way yesterday. No post it, but now why the men are doing more than the men out there? Because the Boga is a former president is a money man. Waiting presidency. This man is a celebrity. And he brought the president, but it was one thing. So why the man bringing now you don't want to see the truth? But what I want to tell you is that you guys are the real hero. See that? You got to the now was you're talking about kind. You'll be buried and will be buried forever. You don't hear again. Because they're ever buried their career. Even the government doesn't have integrity. You know, because government is going to be too much to the slavery and to the poor that you're accountable for.
Thank you.
Brother.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you. We'll talk to the last caller. You are the last caller. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Good evening.
Thank you. This is Edmoka. You know, it's quite disappointing and frustrating for Liberia, but not surprising though, because we were aware that what Bogai would do if he comes to the presidency. Because if even you are president and having any project right now, Liberia, the world where we are at this stage, you can post that all and make sure and pay attention to the nation. But from the beginning, Ouattara has not done so. So what can he do in the midst of crisis? He don't care. Because this is an issue that is affecting the entire world, and all nations are taking steps to see how best they can be able to help their people. In brother country, Reyes, alone, Gambia, they are taking steps about subsidizing petrol in their country to see how they can help their people. But in the midst of all, what I am bearing still stories or information coming in, that he cheering and other people start doing it. Some of the supporter. Other men say, oh no, that warehouse. What are you talking about? The warehouse carry 2-story, 3-story? Are you telling us?
Now,
what can you say?
Who are we touching the Lord to carry away our steps?
Using machine
Look at the
they'll be using machine to carry outside because they got money now. And the whole thing about it, the old man got 2 different codes for. I always saying it. They want the president, we are led the message how when you are carrying a bush where quota are not reaching. The man lesser, the $2.2 billion lesser that he bought, he used it only on the quota.
Okay.
Look at the man watch on his hand. But a celebrity and an international star, you were using watches and sprinkle here, the laboratory, really well that we are using their money. But here we are today. Why are you doing? Well, you are another one, alligator or wrong. So what are old men doing now?
Okay.
What is he going to do?
We will bring it all on information, my brother. Thank you very much. We gotta go home.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We gotta go. Alexa, we have to go home. There is no time. I have a song here. It's called Go Pape Go. It's an old Liberian song. Let's see what that is.
Hey, boy. What makes up a gap follow my soul? Don't do. Squeeze. What the hell we are the tongue? Every day you like to us. Every day you see us. Every day you know making them those songs. Making them contact us too. Making them go get our people. Everything you did to them. Everything you do to them. Everything you do to them. I ain't happy to them.
Okay, go, Pablo, go. We'll return here on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful time. God bless you. Alexa, we gotta go.